What's up, family? I want to have a real heart to heart with you guys today. All right. I have 7 kids, and out of my 7 kids, only one of them was a gamer. Only one of them played video games, really. And that's my oldest son. And I used to trip out because he would always try to find cheat codes. And I was like, why would you do that? That's like defeating the whole purpose of the game. That's like getting rid of the experience. You know what I mean? You're cheating yourself in the process, right? And he was like, "No, Dad, it just gives you more points and it gives you more things and all this other stuff, right?" He was explaining why he would go in and find these cheat codes, right? Because it gave him access to more weapons and just more power and just all this stuff, right? And I never understood that. I never understood that. A while back, and he would tell me that as a little kid growing up, right? A few years ago, God, I was meditating and God was dealing with me on some stuff, and it was like, "Bow!" The light came on. The light came on. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. And I was like, "Man, I get it. I get it." You know what I mean? Here it is. I was pushing. I was in my late 40s. You know what I mean? And I was like, "Man, I get what my son was doing, but on a deeper level. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere." He was trying to find the cheat codes so he can advance in the game. So he would have access to more power, access to more things through meditating. I was sitting there and I was talking to God one day and he turned the light on for me. Told y'all I'm kind of slow sometimes, you know what I mean? Bear with me. He turned the light on for me. And what he was telling me was like, "Elijah, here's the cheat codes to life. There are cheat codes to life." Just like John playing those video games, going in and hooking up with the manufacturer and hooking up with other people who understood the cheat codes to advance yourself in the games. There are cheat codes in life to advance yourself in your spiritual walk. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so the cheat codes were, man, you have to meditate. You have to connect with me. You have to forget all the religious crap. You have to connect with me on a deeper level. On a deeper level. The late Dr. Miles Monroe said that where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Okay? Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. And the only way to truly understand the product is you have to go to the manufacturer. I'm say again, Dr. Miles Monroe said that the only way to truly understand the product, what the product is completely capable of, you have to get that information from the manufacturer. And that blows me away, you know what I mean? Because, man, in order for me to get the cheat codes, the access to deeper things in life, man, first and foremost, I have to be connected to the manufacturer. I have to be connected to God. You know what I mean? And I do that through meditating. I do that through a number of ways, but the fastest way for me to do it is through meditation. Okay? And so, man, hooking up with God through meditation, I now take on the mind of God. Stay with me. And what I mean by the mind of God, I get the understanding of what he's trying to say to me. I understand my purpose. I understand why I'm going through what I'm going through. I understand why all the things that happen in my life happen. You know what I mean? And so I get access to information. Because the reality, family, man, since we were kids, there's a battle for our mind. There's been a battle over your mind from day one, from the time you got here. And what do I mean by that? Man, your family was programming you with society and your friends and your peers and your teachers and all those people were programming you with information. Religion programs you. politics programs you, movies programs you, cartoons, all these things are just giving you all this information. And you take all this information, and man, it's a battle for your mind. It's a battle for your mind. And so through meditating, man, I block out all of the distractions. Through meditating, I block out all the garbage. I block out all the rhetoric. I block out all the stupid stuff that's been pushed from the government, stupid stuff that's been pushed by society, stupid stuff that's been pushed by religion, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? I block out all that stuff in meditation. And now it's just me and God. It's just me and God. You know what I mean? And so, man, there's a battle for your mind, family, and you have to know this. I can't even talk. You have to know this. You have to understand this. You know what I mean? So if you're listening to a bunch of garbage music, if you're watching a bunch of garbage on your TV, man, you're losing the battle. You're losing a battle, and you don't even know that you're in a battle. And here's the trip. Here's the cheat code that he gave me a while back. And it blew me away. It blew me away. The cheat code, you win. You win. You always win. You always win. The problem is we don't know the cheat code. We don't know that we always win. And because we don't know that we always win, we're fighting. And the next thing is the battle's already over. It's done. It's done. There's nothing to fight. There is no battle to fight. It's done. You know what I mean? I can't say that any more simple. It's done. We always win. But because we don't know that, man, we're fighting. Because we don't know that, man, we're fighting with anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? Because we don't know that, man, our mind is chaotic. Because we don't know that we win. Because we don't know that it's done. It's a wrap. It's over. Man, we're fighting over politics. We're fighting over ethnicities. We're fighting over all kinds of, whether you should wear a mask, whether you shouldn't, whether you should get the shot, whether you should. We're fighting over all kinds of stupid stuff. We've been distracted. All these things are distractions, family, to keep you from understanding that, man, it's done. It's done. We won. You won. But in order to understand that, man, you got to go into meditation. In order for you to understand that, man, you got to block out all the craziness and stop allowing all that stupid stuff to influence you. So many of us, we've been beat down in relationships. We've been beat down by our parents. We've been beat down by our families and all this other stuff, right? And so we don't know who we are. And we don't know that, man, there's a battle for my mind. And the reality is there's really not a battle for your mind. There's only a battle for your mind because your ego has you convinced that there's a battle for your mind. The ego has you thinking that, man, you got to fight to stay in control. Your ego has you tripping thinking that, man, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. They trying to dog me out. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. All this other stupid stuff, right? Your ego has you tripping over that stuff. It's all in your head. You know what I mean? It's all in your head. All that drama, all that chaos, all that yak, all that self-talk, all that negativity, all that drama, all that stuff. Man, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's done. It's over. We won. Stop tripping. But in order to do that, man, you got to know who you are. And you can only know who you are by being connected to the source. You can only know who you are by being connected to the manufacturer. You can only know who you are by being connected to God. And when you're connected to God, you realize, man, I ain't got to fight. I ain't got to trip out. I ain't got to wig out. I ain't got to have anxiety. I ain't got to have depression. I ain't got to have fear. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm good. I'm good. You're good, family. You're good. It's all good. You know what I mean? I say that a lot. Learn to meditate. Learn to meditate. Learn to be mindful of all the stuff that you take into your mind. Understand that all that stuff has an influence on you. If you sit there and you watch porn all day long, all night long, you're going to start thinking certain ways. You know what I mean? That stuff has an impact on your life. That stuff has an impact on your mind. Whatever it is you listen to, whatever it is you watch and you absorb, you're absorbing all of that energy by meditating and connecting with God. Man, it's just me and God. You know what I mean? So man, my frequency is on a high level because God's on a high level. You know what I mean? I'm not attached to any drama into I'm not attached to any madness or in chaos. You know what I mean? It's just me and God. And so I have to elevate my frequency to connect with God. I lower my frequency when I start watching a bunch of madness. I lower my frequency when I start listening to a bunch of crazy stuff. When I start entertaining a bunch of foolishness. And when you do that, now there's a battle. The battle isn't really that you got to fight. The battle is just, man, I got to get back in alignment. The battle is simply God calling you, pulling at you, man. You're out of alignment. You're tripping. You're wigging. Man, you need to come spend some time with me. Come on out in the nature and holler at your boy. You know what I mean? Come talk to me. Come meditate with me. Come sit down with me. That's all the battle is. That's all the battle is. And when you connect with God, you know what I mean? Man, you don't feel like you hate yourself no more. You don't dislike yourself anymore. When you connect with God and you're connected with God, man, you love yourself. When you're connected with God and you know you're connected with God, man, you don't have low self-esteem. You don't have worry. You don't have doubt. You don't have anxiety. You don't have fear. Man, we won. It's done. It's done. Game over. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.